Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Melissa Gorga plays coy about RHONJ. Test filming. Can't confirm or deny. Real Housewives of New Jersey star, Melissa. Gorga played coy when asked about recent reports regarding test filming for the next season of the show. We can't confirm or deny, so we don't know, Gorga said in an interview on a red carpet. The last thing Andy Cohen said was that we're close, which is awesome. We're all crossing our fingers, whatever Bravo decides. Gorga said they're ready to go when it comes to filming. I feel like our answer never really changes when it comes to the show. I do think it should be an authentic relationship, though, she continued. Anyone who's trying to say it should come back with unauthentic relationships. I just think it would be a huge mistake. She insisted whatever path the show takes, it has to be real. It's got to be a true group of friends or I really don't think it works. Gorga elaborated. That's just the facts, no matter which way it goes. I just feel like it needs to be a real group of friends. As okay. Previously reported, an insider dished Bravo was focused on retooling the show to center around Gorga's husband, Joe Gorga. The world of RHONJ is, of course, ever evolving, but there's seeming to be a strong focus right now on Joe Gorga and building the show around the light-hearted comedy he brings, the source said, explaining the show had gotten too dark in its past iteration. The insider said this would, of course, mean Melissa would be back as a housewife. Bravo is also focused on Dolores Catania, as is evidenced by their putting her on the Real Housewives of Rhode Island, they noted. According to the source, Bravo is also focused on one other familiar face at this point in time, Margaret Josephs, whom they noted is also expected to be returning to the franchise when it finally comes back. Bravo has continued to show a vested interest in her and has invited her to BravoCon, they explained. Aside from Dolores, Teresa, Giudice, and Melissa, Margaret is the only other RHONJ star invited to the event. It's likely they are planning to keep her on the franchise, as she has real drama and the viewers tend to like her. She's funny, quick-witted, and has truly brought it to the show since she came on. If Bravo was planning to can her, she 100% would not be at BravoCon. Another insider spilled test footage has been filmed, but Teresa didn't participate in the shoot. There are lots of rumors trying to be put out that Teresa filmed test footage for RHONJ, but the truth is she didn't, they explicitly stated. Her fans can say whatever they want, but Melissa, Margaret and Dolores filmed with new women. Bravo does not comment on casting for upcoming seasons of The Real Housewives. Melissa Gorga knows how to keep people talking. If there's one thing fans of The Real Housewives of New Jersey have learned over the years, it's that the Envy boutique owner has perfected the art of dangling just enough information to stir up chatter without ever giving away the whole story. This week, Melissa sent Bravo fans into overdrive when she was asked about whispers of test filming for the new season of RHONJ, and her response was as playful as it was telling. Can't confirm or deny, she laughed during an interview, sipping her iced coffee with the kind of mischievous smirk that instantly ignited speculation across social media. The power of a tease. Melissa's carefully chosen words may sound casual, but longtime watchers know better. Bravo stars are often bound by contracts that prevent them from revealing behind-the-scenes moves, especially when a franchise is undergoing rumored retooling. But Melissa's decision not to deny the chatter outright gave fans what they really crave, a spark of possibility. Is she returning? Is Bravo shaking things up in Jersey? Is there truth to the rumors of test shoots with new women being brought in? Melissa didn't answer directly, but her sly tone suggested she knows a lot more than she's letting on. Jersey at a crossroads, the timing of Melissa's coyness is telling. RHONJ has been in a unique position recently, with its core cast facing years of tension, broken friendships, and entrenched feuds. Teresa Giudice remains the franchise's central figure, but her fractured relationship with Melissa, her sister-in-law, has often left the show split down the middle. Viewers have seen holiday dinners implode, weddings overshadowed, and friendships destroyed as the Gorga-Giudice divide dominated storyline after storyline. Now, as Bravo reportedly considers retooling or even rebooting the series, the stakes are higher than ever. Will Melissa be a part of the next chapter? Will Bravo lean into its legacy stars or clear the slate for fresh dynamics? Melissa's refusal to answer directly adds weight to the speculation. Melissa's playbook. Melissa has been a housewife for over a decade, and in that time, she's learned how to manage both fans and critics. From her fashion boutique Envy to her podcast with Gorga, she's built a brand that exists both inside and outside the Bravo bubble. That gives her leverage. She doesn't need the show the way some stars might, which makes her coyness even more powerful. By saying, "Can't confirm or deny," she positions herself above the fray. She's neither begging for her spot nor rejecting the show outright. Instead, she's leaving the door wide open, allowing fans and the press to fill in the blanks for her. The fan reactions, within hours of her comments, fan accounts lit up with theories. "She's definitely back. That laugh gave it away," one fan wrote. "If she wasn't returning, she'd flat out say no." The fact that she's being cagey means contracts are being worked out. Others speculated that Melissa could be playing hardball in negotiations, letting Bravo know she has options and fan support. Still, not everyone was convinced. Skeptics pointed out that Melissa has hinted at moving on before, suggesting that she may be keeping her options open in case Bravo does decide to reshuffle. Behind the scenes, Moves insiders have whispered that Bravo has indeed been test filming potential new cast members in New Jersey, a process the network has used in other cities to evaluate fresh energy. It doesn't necessarily mean the entire cast will be scrapped, but it does mean that production is actively considering changes. For Melissa, who has weathered over a decade of table flips, christening fights, and family showdowns, being part of that change could be either a blessing or a curse. On one hand, she brings star power and loyalty from longtime viewers. On the other, Bravo might be ready for a cleaner slate. Melissa the strategist, Melissa's brand has always been about glamour with a touch of relatability. She's stylish, polished, and savvy. But she also plays the role of the protective mother, devoted wife, and loyal friend, until you cross her. That duality has made her one of the franchise's most polarizing figures. Her coyness about filming isn't just about secrecy. It's about strategy. By leaning into the mystery, she keeps herself relevant, ensuring that whether or not Bravo makes its move, Melissa remains central to the conversation. The larger RHONJ picture fans have been vocal that the franchise needs new energy. Some believe Melissa and Teresa's feud has run its course, while others argue that their rivalry is the heart of the show. Either way, Bravo faces a tough decision. Preserve the legacy while freshening up the dynamics, or overhaul completely. Melissa's can't confirm or deny suggests she's willing to play whichever role Bravo assigns, whether as a veteran anchor or a glamorous guest star who pops in with a storyline. The fact that she's not closing the door outright hints that she's ready to adapt. Life outside the show part of what makes Melissa's response so compelling is that she doesn't need RHONJ to thrive. Envy by Melissa Gorga continues to flourish. She and Joe are fixtures at BravoCon, and her podcast on display gives her a platform to reach fans directly. In a way, Melissa has already transcended the show. So when she plays coy, it doesn't feel like desperation. It feels like power. She knows fans will talk, bloggers will speculate, and Bravo will notice. It's a reminder that even when she says almost nothing, Melissa can dominate the narrative. Looking ahead, whether or not she's officially part of test filming, Melissa's latest tease guarantees that she will be part of the larger conversation about the future of RHONJ. Fans will continue to dissect every smirk, every comment, and every Instagram post for hidden clues. And Melissa? She'll keep smiling, keep sipping her iced coffee, and keep playing the game she's mastered over the years, giving just enough to stay in the spotlight, while holding the real cards close to her chest. Because in New Jersey, silence, or in Melissa's case, playful refusal, is never just silence. It's strategy.